Hi, it's Andy here at Photech Video, and together with me today in the studio we have the wonderful One. Thanks for coming again, One. Pleasure to have you here with us. Please check out her Instagram account, which you can see here on the screen. So in today's short video, what I want to do is show you how different types of light modifiers can affect a scene. And we're going to be using a two light setup today. One of those is going to be in our Octabox, which you can see over here, and the other is going to be in our 30 by 120 Stripbox, which you can see on the other side. Both of the modifiers have a Neewer Q3 200 watt flash in them, and they're being triggered by the Neewer QPRO flash trigger. Okay, so for this video, what I want to do first of all is just build up this two light setup. So first of all, we're going to have a look at how the Stripbox here is going to affect one. Now, take a look at the Stripbox, and as you can see, you may be able to by the angles, it's completely feathered to the back of her. So if we take a straight line from there, we can see it's just hitting on her shoulder, right? This is going to act as a rim light. We don't want any spill coming out at all. This is just a rim light to illuminate this side and some of her hair. Then if we go to the other side, again, this time the light is feathered, the Octabox is feathered to the front of one's head. And this acts as our key light. So this is going to be the key light. So one, if she wants to get her face illuminated, the more she turns towards the key light, the more she's going to have a light on her face. So what we're going to do is going to build it up. We're going to start with the strip light. So I'm going to turn on my flash trigger, and I'm going to turn off my key light, which is the A light, which is the Octabox, and we're just going to use the strip light. Now, I've already set this up before. I haven't used a meter, but quite honestly, with 2 or 3 shots, it was enough to be able to find the right settings. So I set my flash here in the Stripbox at 1/8 power. And just for your information, in the Octabox, I've set the flash to 1/4 power. So there is twice the amount of light coming from the key light as there is coming from the strip light. But because the lights are modified, that's not very scientific. Okay, so let's just take a look then and see how the strip light is going to illuminate one's shoulder and her hair. So are we ready, One? And there you can see it's a very subtle light. If we look, we can see that her shoulder is lit from the back, but not from the front. And we can see also that her hair is also lit from the back. And you can see that red streak that she has there in her hair. Okay, so now I'm going to turn off that rim light, which was the C light, and we're going to turn on the key light, which is A, and we're going to put it on manual as well, and we're going to see how that affects us. So this is the key light. Now, because this is the key light one, I need you to turn your head a little bit, maybe your shoulder a little bit that way as well. Yeah, okay. There we go. And are we ready? 1, 2, 3. And there we go. We can see then that the key light has illuminated exactly where we want it to light one. So if we have the key light and the fill light combined together, let's turn on now our C light, which is the Stripbox, and that is also on manual. Remember, that's on 1/8 power, that's on 1/4 power. So in theory, we should have a little bit less light on the rim as we do on the key light. So One, if you can look more or less towards my hand here, okay, and turn your shoulders also this way, okay, that's great. Yeah, you can turn your whole body, there's no problem there. And are we ready? After 3, 1, 2, 3. And there we go. We can see the combination of the two lights together. So we have the beautiful rim light lighting her hair and her shoulder, her arm, and then we have the key light lighting the short side of her face, okay? So the long side has just a little bit of light. In fact, if you look, there's almost a Rembrandt look there from this position, okay? And the short side of her face is completely lit. Okay, so let's take a few photos then using this setup, and then we're just going to swap it out. So are we ready, one? Would you prefer to be seated or standing? You okay like that? Yeah, okay. But you can move wherever you want, all right? Okay, yeah. So remember, the majority of light is coming from here. This light is going to just illuminate your side and that, okay? And I'm going to zoom out a little bit. 1, 2, 3, and okay, and another one. So as you can see, when one turns her head in that direction, then we've got very little light. So all I'm going to do is just to move this strip box further forward so that it illuminates not just the back of her head, but also wraps around a little bit like that. And let's see if we can get a little bit more light onto one's face. So let's try now with you looking towards this direction, yeah, and see how that goes. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, and okay. All right, and I'm going to do the same with the key light as well, just moving it a little bit forward so that it wraps around like that. And let's see what the result is now. Are we ready? Great. Okay, chin down, head forward. Okay, that's great. Okay, so we're just going to swap this up a minute, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the key light out and I'm going to just use the strip box, okay? So we'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so what we've done now is we've moved the strip light right up against the wall, and we've also moved one against the wall. This is going to create a beam of light which goes across her, so it will light up the front of the wall, and as it falls off, it will get darker behind her. I'm not going to use the second light as a rim light at this moment, but I may turn it on after doing 2 or 3 shots, okay? So at this very moment, we're just using the rim light, and the rim light, which is now our key light, is at 1/32, okay? Now, 1 is very close to it, as you can see, and I'm going to take a couple of shots on camera, and then I'm going to take the camera off and continue off of the tripod, handheld. Okay, so looking towards the light, please. Thank you. All right, yeah. So we can see there that the light is really beautiful on one's face. So I'm going to ask her now to look between this monitor and the light, so more or less there like that, okay, at that angle. So head down a little bit, and let's give it a try. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to take the camera off the tripod, and I'm going to move around here a little bit to try and get some better shots of one. So here we go, and up, and okay. In fact, I'm seeing that as too hot, so I'm going to turn down again back down to 1/32, which I think is probably 1/32 and a third. Let's give it a try on that and see how that looks. So are we ready? I'm coming in right close, and yeah, and let's see the shadow there. So turn a little bit more that way, please. One, thank you. And 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and just a little bit down your head. Okay, that's great, that's great. And there we go. And yep. Okay, so we can see then that the effect from this lighting is really beautiful. Okay, now if we're going to be looking out towards this direction, we have two choices. Either I can move the light out as well so that it wraps around. So let's move that out a little bit so it wraps around. Yeah? So let's try now in this direction here, and okay, that's beautiful. Yeah. Okay, and yep, and one more. Let's get back a little bit. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to put the camera back on the tripod, and just to finish off, we're just going to add in that second light again, but instead of being the key light, which was the Octabox initially was the key light, this time the Octabox is going to be the rim light, and the key light is the strip light. Okay, so let's just move this right back as far as we possibly can, and we're going to move one a little bit out from the wall. Okay, and we're going to move this out a little bit as well to continue with that wraparound effect, and this one as well. So I'm going to turn this one down a little bit, because as it was the key light before, it's going to be a bit too bright. So let's just turn that down. And it's at a quarter, so let's turn it down to a 16th initially and see how that looks. So are we ready? One? Okay, so now as we can see, if we look at that, we can see then that we have lit up one on both sides. Okay, now what I'm going to do then is drop that down a little bit more, because that is too bright. So I'm going to take that down to 1/64. Okay, and let's give that one more try. Are we ready? And there we go. Okay, so now please, if you'll turn towards that light there, that's perfect. Thank you. And are we ready? Head down a little bit, looking up, and okay, need to pull that light out a little bit more. Like that, and let's see how that one looks. Are we ready then? One? Okay, that's great. In fact, the Octabox has become the key light again, because the Stripbox is giving very narrow light. So if we look at that, we can see that it's a beautiful, beautiful photo, but the key light is being the Octabox and not the strip light. Okay, so I'm just going to try one more thing, which is I'm going to move the Stripbox now back as far as I possibly can. I'm going to move one out a little bit, so if you can come forward a little bit, please. That in there, bring it down so that it fits. Have a very low ceiling here, and this is going to illuminate again one's shoulder here and her light, and we're going to bring out the key light once again here, with a bit of a wraparound, and let's get that hair off the face then, and that's lovely. Okay, that's beautiful. Oh yes. So the light is great. As you can see, the rim light on her shoulder, on her hair, the key light as well. So when you're ready, let's take a few photos and see what we can get. Are we ready then? One? That's great, yeah. Okay. So there we have it. We have our Stripbox, which acted for the most part of the session as the rim light, and our Octabox, which acted for the most part of the session as the key light. Some really beautiful photos. Let's just go through a few of them now, and I will put up some of the processed versions at the end of the video. As always, you'll find affiliate links to all the gear used in my videos in the description section down below. Please leave your comments as well in the comments section. I always answer comments, so if you have any comments or if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section down below. Remember, if you do buy anything through one of my affiliate links, the price to you will be the same, and I will receive a small commission, which will help me to continue creating content for you here on this channel. So all that remains for me again today is to say thank you very much, Juan. You did an excellent job. Thank you so much. I hope you liked the finished version of the photos. And don't forget to check out her Instagram account, which you can see here on the screen. If you liked this video and if you found it useful, please click on the like button, subscribe to my channel, and ring on that notification bell to be notified every time a new video drops on my channel. So until the next time, this is Andy at Photech Video signing off. Take care and be safe.